Well, it's Saturday afternoon, late Saturday afternoon. I was sitting on the couch, bored out of my brain, so that I'll jump on the Vstrom. I wanted to do I think I'm up to about 5,200 kilometres on the Vstrom, and I was going to do a bit of a long-term review. I've had it for about 7 or 8 months, and I've done about 5,000 Ks. So, I've just come to a little place called Point Sturt to show you all our local area, and I always used to be a bit worried because people used to abuse this spot. Beautiful spot on the lake. Well, I've just ridden up, and I'll put the little blurb when I pulled up here. I videoed it, what actually has happened to the place, one of my favourite little places near home. I'll put that at the end of the video, just so you can see what not to do. Right, Vstrom. 650 Suzuki Vstrom 2014. I think this is the Lambs model, so it's a little bit detuned. Absolutely brilliant. Like I said, I've had this for a bit over 5,000 kilometres, and it's given me absolutely no grief whatsoever in that time. I've changed the oil on it, which takes about 15 minutes to change the oil on it. I've had a bit of work done to it. I've had knobby tyres put on it. It was all right with the sort of 50-50 tyres that run it, but I wanted to do a bit more dirt work, so I've put some Metzler off-road tyres on it, some knobbies. It's a water-cooled V-twin, 649 cc's, I think it is. But as far as would make the perfect first bike, especially if you're a big fella, like they are fairly tall. If you're a big bloke and you were just getting your licence and you needed something cheap to run, something reliable, you couldn't go past one of these things. I don't think they're still making the Vstrom anymore. The end lineup was, up till about last year, was a 1,050cc, I think it was, and an 800cc. But when you look on all the forums and that sort of thing, the old models of this in the 650 and the 1000, the 650cc, I hope you can hear this, it's bloody windy, the 650cc Vstrom is still really popular in the older models. So, you put a bit of luggage on them. I've got a top box for that. I've got 2 top boxes for this, a big one and a small one. I've got some soft luggage for it, but I plan on getting some hard cases for it, some hard saddlebags. I really can't fault this thing other than on the dirt. On the bitumen, the ABS is fine. On the sealed road, the ABS is fine. But on the, especially on the downhill sections, on a loose dirt road, you really don't want that ABS on there. But you can take the fuse out or get a switch put in there. I'm going to get a auto electrician friend of mine to put a switch on it. Like I said, they're really easy to service. Their parts for them and accessories for them are bloody everywhere. You can buy everything known to mankind for these things, from Amazon, from the cheapest stuff to the real expensive gear. The seat on it, I'm a big fella, I'm over 100 kilo, and I thought, that hard bloody seat, no problem whatsoever. I've done some 400 and 500 K days, 400 and 500 kilometre days, and I have no trouble at all with it. So, it's I can't find any faults with it, like I said, except for the ABS. You can do big trips, you can use them. I've used this thing on a lot of dirt road work, and the only thing it doesn't like is, I think it's only just because it's a big heavy bike. I think they're nearly 500 pounds. Don't ask me what that is in kilos, because I'm old school. They don't like the real deep sand much, but that's probably only because they're fairly front heavy. They get all this fairing and stuff on the front. But like on the road and on long stretches of dirt road, that little fairing on the front is a bloody godsend. It keeps a bit of wind off you. The tank, a lot of air goes around your knees and that sort of thing. So, they're a good, comfortable bike to ride. I started, when I got back on the bike about 5 years ago, I started on a big cruiser, and I still love my cruiser. I've got my Triumph Thunderbird in the shed, but I'm finding the more and more I ride this off-road bike, adventure bike they call it, the more I'm riding this, the more I'm enjoying it. There's time, well, I find myself pulling this out of the garage more often than I do the Triumph. So that tells you something. I was brought up on dirt bikes on dirt roads, so you know it's going back to my roots, I think. But yeah, it's got like the trip meter. If you trip meter, you got 2 trip meters on it. It's cheap to run. I haven't done a proper fuel consumption test on it, but I reckon it'll get 450 kilometres at least to a tank, 21 litres, give it take a litre. They're quiet. A lot of blokes put a rowdier exhaust on it. There's a lot of aftermarket exhaust to put on them. I find the quiet bike though is a little less on me aging ears, so which are probably already stuffed. But yeah, like either for a sports tour or for, you know, a dirt road work, these things are perfect. For what I'm doing right now, on a loose dirt road, absolutely perfect. And they've got adjustable suspension, one knob down on the side here. You turn that for your preload. I've got, this one's got handguards on it, it's got heated grips, and yeah, really can't fault it. So yeah, if you're looking for a sports, if you're not a going a million mile an hour flat out freak, you want something to do a bit of off-road dirt work, but you want something to cruise, something tall that's a bit off the ground, I don't think you can go past one of these things. You pick up a 2010 to 2015 Vstrom, anywhere in that sort of Generation 1, Generation 2 Vstrom in Australia for between, with low kilometres, for between $4,000 and $6,000. I've seen them down as low as 6,000 and 7,000 kilometres on them. So yeah, I'll pull up the road here and do a bit of a walk around, but and just explain a couple of little things on the bike. I've done a video on this before, but that was just after I bought it. Now I can honestly say, out of all the bikes I've ever had, this one, it's a perfect stablemate for my big road bike. Because it does bloody everything. There's nothing it doesn't do. I'll pull up down here in one of my old fishing spots and I'll give you a look around. Here we are, here's my little fishing haunt, perfect spot to stop and let you have a look around the bike. Yeah, I find this thing, I don't do a lot of standing up on the pegs and that anymore, but it handles well. Bit off-road stuff. I've put Metzler tyres on this, I don't know whether I mentioned that. I've put Metzler knobbies on it and the bloody thing performs perfectly well. So I'll take the camera off the bars and I'll give you a look around. I'll leave the motor running, show you how quiet it is. She's a bloody good little bike. When I say little, it's like a horse for me to get on with me little short legs. But yeah, there's your 2014 Suzuki Vstrom. 650 Lambs model, this one. You got twin headlight on them. Turn the indicator off. 2014 Suzuki Vstrom, Generation 2. V-twin. Like I said, I've done a video on this before. The only thing I've really got to buy for this is a bash plate. It does need a bash plate on it, because that exhaust is sticking way out there. But I've done the oil changes on this thing and she's a dream to service, easy to service. Set of knobbies on it. The rear one's wearing pretty badly. Like I said, I've done about 5,000 Ks on this thing, and the rear one's, put the rear one on about 2,000 Ks, and I'm a big fella, so it's wearing down pretty quick. But yeah, I can't fault it. Great multi-purpose bike. You got, on your gauge there, you got 2 trip meters. There you are. I bought this at, no I haven't, I've done more than that. I've done about 6,500 Ks on it. 6,500 kilometres. It's done 28,654 kilometres. It's got 2 trip meters, trip 1, and your litres per 100 Ks for that trip 1. Trip 2, 606,140. And there's the 4.6 litres per 100 k's. And it's got a clock that I haven't set. It's got an outside temperature gauge, but that's not very accurate because it's bloody horrible. It's not 22 degrees there. It's drizzly rain and horrible. So, yeah, I'm over the moon with the Vstrom. Can't really fault it. Not a lot of things wrong with it. Would I buy another one? I think if this one went bang tomorrow, no, I don't know whether, I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, I think if I had to buy another one, I would. If I needed another bike, I don't think I'd buy the 1000. It appears, going by all the forums and that people talk about them, the 650 is more popular than the 1000. I don't know why. I think they're about, the 1000cc is about 30 or 40 kilo heavier, so there's not a lot in it, but they might be a physically bigger bike. I don't know, I've never ridden one. So I hope you enjoyed my little 6,000 kilometre review on the Vstrom. As I said, I think it complements my big cruiser really well. I don't need any more bike than what I've got. I've got that for, got my cruiser for real big long trips, and this thing for doing a bit of dirt road work. If you like what I'm doing on the Triumph, on the big Thunderbird, or on the 650 Vstrom, and you like my style of content, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, a subscribe, a comment, tell your buddies, and we'll see you on the next one. Well, this is a bloody shame, and this is a real case of people abusing things we've got for nothing. I'm just ridden up to a little place called Point Sturt for a Saturday afternoon ride because I was sitting on the couch watching television and bored out of my brain. I've come up to Point Sturt and I've been fishing down here for years, and I was always a bit worried because there was always someone living here and, you know, toilet paper everywhere where they, you know, and I understand the homeless thing in this country, but yeah, it was getting beyond a joke up here at these beautiful little spot at Point Sturt. And I've come for a ride up to Point Sturt to have a bit of a chat. Going to do a video about the Vstrom. And this is what I'm greeted with. This area is private property, day use only, no camping, no caravans, no fires, remove all rubbish. Now, what that's done is, the stupidity of a few has stuffed it for everybody. So yeah, there's something in that. Don't abuse it, or we'll lose it. Simple as that. Yeah, I'm pissed off now that, you know, little places like this where I wanted to bring my grandson up here on a fine day during the summer and do a bit of carp fishing. Well, I can't do that now. So, you know, yeah, use your bloody head, people.